Hey Jamie, hey Tara, hey Carolyn. Yes, it has. I haven't seen you in a while. Hi Louise. Everybody's starting to come in. And I'm just setting up a couple other things and we should be good to go. Hopefully we have sound. Hi Donna, hi Diana. Thank you for that sound check, Jamie. I appreciate it. Miss Sheila. It's been a long time. Hadn't seen Miss Sheila in a while. Hi Shirley. We're going to be working on this card tonight, guys. Guys, you can use this card for a ton of stuff. I just did a patriotic theme on it. I saw two or three different styles on creating the card, and I just decided that I didn't like the way they were designed, so I just redid the whole thing. All right, looks like everything is good to go. You made it. You had to run some errands. You made it back just in time. Then you're good. You're good. I'm going to play the intro, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Oh no, Sheila, I'm so sorry that you've been sick. My husband was sick too. I got my second vaccine, I don't know, Thursday, I think it was. I think it was the Thursday or Friday. Anyway. And I was fine that day, but the next day I was really, really, really bad. And then I started feeling better yesterday. And today I feel fine. Thank goodness. I hope everything is well, Sheila. We hate to hear anybody getting sick. Okay, guys, here is the. Hi, Susan. Here is the May calendar. Again, we are live tonight, and I will have another supporter file coming out on Friday. I am going to try to pop out an annual supporter file on Wednesday and next Wednesday as well, so that you guys get your two annual supporter only files. Guys, if you are not an annual supporter, make sure that you switch over to Patreon, or if you're on Patreon, switch over to the annual. That way you get access to everything. I know it's been turned upside down the last month, but everything has been. So we're getting back on track, and I am going to try to pop out a couple of extra files this month. No promises for you annual supporters, because I did miss one last month. So that is the calendar. Again, everything is still tentative. I have doctor appointments for my husband this week, another 2, I believe it is, and we'll see where it goes from there. And we'll get everything going back in the right direction, hopefully. All right, and let's see. We did this week. I don't know if you guys saw it. Those of you who do not have a maker, you can do this project. The chipboard, this is the picnic carrier, or you can make it a craft caddy. I think Louise or somebody said something about doing something for magazines and papers and remotes on the TV table. It's hard for me to get it in this camera for the live, but there you go. You can see that. It is very sturdy. Loaded, it weighs probably, I don't know, 5 or 10 pounds, but it is very, very sturdy and worth the time it takes to make it, guys. Very, very worth it. Pat gave us that idea, or she sent me a photo, and that is what I made from her idea. So thank you for that again, Pat. Again, if you are a Patreon Ko-fi supporter or a YouTube channel supporter, or even if you're not a supporter, you can always send me an idea. I will get to it as quickly as I can. I will put it on the agenda. Depending on how complicated it is, I can squeeze it in, or it may have to go on the wait list, but I will get to it as soon as I can. He is doing a lot better, Shirley, a lot better. He's only on the oxygen when he sleeps at night right now, so that's a good thing. That's a bonus. All right, so let's pop over to Design Space and take a peep at the file so that I can explain that to you guys, because I do have 2 different files posted up for the supporters. And the reason I have 2 is because some of you do use mobile instead of desktop, and we know that or some of you are on Android, and we know that you can't do print and cut. So I have 2 of them set up. One is a print and cut file with the pretties that I used. You can change them out to anything that you want. And then the other one is just a bare naked file with just the components that you need to make the card. Okay? Super easy, super simple. And I'm going to show you how it goes together. Now, in your file, in the bare bones, it's just laid out like this, guys. And everything is in the file for you. Here are your decorative pieces that go on here, but they don't actually glue to the front of that. Because this piece gets folded and this becomes the front, and then the back of these pieces become the front. So these are just your decorative pieces, and these are your front panel, and then you have your other 2 inside panels. You don't have to have the inside panels, but with the card that I did, they look pretty. Some cards you may just not want to do that inside panel. You don't need them. They're not a part of the working order, but it does make the card look a little bit prettier on the inside. And let me get that one back. It's hidden back there. There we go. And here is the one I set up for your print and cut. And all of that, I believe, are access images. Yes, everything is access images. Now, I went through and I based everything, all my colors, off of this flag. None of this was flattened. I went in and I changed the reds to match, the blues to match. Did the same thing down here, made all my reds and blues match. I changed the thank you that was black here into blue, and then the red to match here. So, and then I flattened everything. Okay, so all of your colors should print all at once and be the same. Okay, I think I just opened it again, but that's okay. Oh, you're very welcome, Pat. Yeah, it's awesome. It's very sturdy. It's going to last for years. You can change it out. I just did a patriotic theme because Memorial Day, my picnics and family gatherings, I do 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day. So I would get more use out of a patriotic themed one. But you can do flowers and florals and whatever. You can make one for each holiday if you want. So it's very sturdy and very fun. So you guys have fun with that file. Hi, Cynthia. But everything is flattened out. This is gold paper, and I'll go over all of that. I did flatten this together, guys. This is just a red base, and then I put a white and a blue bar on it and flattened those together so that I could print that decorative front panel and not have to worry about gluing it and being popped up and things like that. But of course you could pop dot it up if you want to. And we're going to go over everything. But all of the pretties are in here, and I just flattened these to a blue border so that it would sit on that white and look like it was pop dotted or had a second panel on there, but it really doesn't. Just something to kind of trick the eye. So there is everything for you guys. You have the one with all the pretties I'm using, and then you have a bare bones blank one so that you can go in and you can make it whatever you want for whatever holiday you want. Okay? So let's go over to the overhead and go ahead and get started putting this thing together. It's really cute and really fun. Actually, I am going to put you guys on the calendar for a second, and I'm going to scoot this camera down without making everybody seasick. And then I'm going to change it back over. Did you not get the password this month, Sheila? If you didn't, I'll send it to you as soon as I'm finished. A couple of people didn't get it. I think something just kind of went kind of funky with, it went funky with the, there we go, with Patreon. But I had some internet issues earlier this month too, so I'm not sure if that might have been why a couple of you didn't get it. All right, so here we have everything, and here is the card, guys, that I finished. And when you open it up, you can see that those two little pieces flip right out. Okay, so super cute, super cute. And you can do birthdays where this can say happy birthday. It could be anything. It could be photos, lots of stuff that you guys are going to be able to do with this, and it's really easy to put together. Thank you, Jamie. All right, so let's start. I'm going to put all my little pieces over there. Let's start with our base, and I'm just going to fold that in half. And I set this up for a A2 card for Joy users. But guys, I don't know that you're going to be able to cut this piece with your Joy because it is overall 7.5 by 7. So I might, well, I can't, there's no way for me to modify it without messing it up. So you're going to need your computer for this one. And then you have this weird little piece here. Let's just go ahead and start. On the inside, I did two little scores right in the center. And I folded this backwards so I don't see mine, but that's okay. I also put the two little scores on your inside panels. And this is going to make it easier for you later on when you go to line it up. Now, I'm just going to use tape runner on this because, one, I could use glue on this because it is a craft paper. I get this from Michael's, guys. Oops. We need a new tape runner. I have a refill there, but I don't have it loaded. This is a craft board paper. I'll grab the pack here in just a second and show it to you guys. Because they make two different ones at Michael's. One is a foil paper and one is a foil craft board or craft cardstock. And I'm just using my close to my heart runner here. And this way it'll also help you line up your panels, but you can see the two little marks there. Hopefully I'm getting those even. There we go. So that's all there is right now for the inside. And guys, don't pay attention to my Cricut maker last night. Did not want to cut. I applied two and did two cards at once. And for some reason it wanted to cut my flag out of my panel instead of to the right of my panel. It wanted to just leave it on there. But I tried it 2 different times and it just continued to do it. So I just said I'm just going to use it. It'll be okay for my tutorial. It was just being kind of weird. Maybe it won't show up too much on camera, but we'll see. All right, so we have all of our panels in there. Then we're going to take our little weird piece right here. And I don't know if they're going to show up on camera, but you've got a score that goes across here, and then you have like a Y fold right here. And we're just going to fold all of that in. Try not to fold your arms over these pieces because that can affect how it goes together and how it opens and closes. So try not to fold those. Here on these little Y folds, I just kind of take the whole thing and I'm just going to pinch it right there. Okay, on that one, and then I've got another one here on this side. I'm just going to pinch it, and then I'm just going to hold my finger on the other score line and I just kind of fold that back. And then I'm just going to do the same thing over here. And that's going to, it doesn't matter if this bottom piece down here gets bent, it's not going to hurt a thing, okay? But you do need those folds in there because then you're going to pop these up like this and just bring them in. Okay. And I didn't quite get that one in there. There we go. Just kind of fold that back. Just a little funky fold. Just going to bring it up so you guys can see it. Okay. That's all we've done. Should look just like that. You can do the exact same thing on this other side. Just give it a rub. And it's okay if one of them sticks out a little bit there. It's not going to hurt anything. It should not show. Pull them in and then just give it a good rub. I am going to say you do need glue here. Okay? It is a must. You need glue here. I forgot to fold these on the end. You have 2 score lines on that back side and you're just going to fold them over. Okay? To create that little L at the base. Just like that. Yes, like the nose of an airplane. So, all right, so you've got this piece here, and now we're just going to put glue on there. You don't want any glue squishing out onto any parts down here. You want to keep that glue just on this piece, okay? So I'm going to go a little light with it, but you want to have enough glue that it sticks well, and this is foil, so it takes a minute to stick. And I got it a little heavy there on the edge, so I'm just going to kind of brush it back. And now that's where your score lines are going to come in. And you're going to put it right there on the edge of your panel, in between those 2 score lines. I'm just going to fold that over. Just going to give it a rub. I'm going to give that a second to dry. And while that dries, I'm going to put it on my flag and stuff here. So we're just going to go ahead and start gluing that guy up. I want to be able to see my score line over there. There we go. I kind of thought that when this thing opened up that it looked like a t-shirt when you turned it this way, because you can turn it either way you want to turn that, guys. Whichever way you want your card to go. Just going to give this a good rub. It takes a second for that to dry on that glue. This is the paper that I'm using, and I get it from Michael's. It is foil cardstock paper, and it's like craft paper on the back side. They make it in a silver and a gold and a copper, and then they make like a holographic one. So that's what I'm using here, just because it was the right color. The paper one is like a brighter mirror foil, and this one is kind of dulled down. So now that we have that, and that seems to be stuck pretty good, we're going to go and just put glue on this part. You do not want to come past that score line, so stay just on the other side of the score line so that you get enough stick, but not squishing out onto your other piece. And just close it. That's all you got to do, just close it. So while that's drying, we'll do our star. Now you don't have to do this. I just do this. I kind of pinch my cut lines in this star. This is one of my favorite stars out of Design Space, especially for Memorial Day. And you can pinch the points if you want to. I did pinch them here a little bit just to bring that on down, but you don't have to. I'm just kind of pinching them and then pulling it back out just to give it that crease. Did everyone have a great Mother's Day, I hope? What material? I use just the craft cardstock setting, Donna. There is one that's called craft cardstock, I believe it is. Let's go over and take a look because we're just letting that glue dry anyway. So let's pop over and we'll pull it up just so you'll know what you're looking for. So we're going to hit Make It here. And, well, I say I'm going to hit Make It. Is it not? There it goes. And I'm just going to come down to where I've got my gold pieces. Now, when you're using this, guys, don't forget to change your paper size. All right. And it will fit on one sheet of paper. Okay. And then, is my machine on? It is. Going to hit Continue. Craft cardstock. There it is right there, Donna. Right here. Now I've got it saved to my favorites, so if you don't, you're going to click Browse All Materials, and then you're going to type the word craft, and then it's right here is craft board. This is craft cardstock. This is the one you want. You were wondering why the French flag? I just did like a red, white, and blue bar just for it to be patriotic. All right. So does anybody else have any other questions on how to find your materials? And if you're, depends on which machine you have, some of the materials may not show available. But you can always search them right there. All right, so now we have that, and it is glued. So you can see now that when I open it up how it starts to flip. We're going to, I'm just going to go ahead and bring in my blue bar, just so you know where that goes. It goes on this first panel there, next to your flag, and then you want to glue this panel only. But I want you to fold that over so that you can see your other panel. And then we're just going to glue on that one, okay? And then we're going to kind of fold this all up. Kind of tricky. Fold that down with your pages underneath it, okay? And then you're just going to close the card. So now while that's drying, and it's going to grab much faster if you don't use a foil than mine did, but if you use this foil, take the same steps. You don't have to wait in between if you used a regular cardstock. And I'm just putting two, these are Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, if anybody needs those. Close to My Heart has the same thick ones, they're just not hexagon shaped like this. And I'm putting two stacked in the center, and then I put one on each part of the star. I know that seems like a lot, but that's what's going to give it that puff in the middle and keep it up there. So, because if you try to glue it down, then it's going to glue flat. So you need some kind of dimensional if you're using the star. But again, this card is for any occasion. You can put anything you want on here. And I'm just going to line it up just right over the red. Helps if you center it. And just give it a press on those dots and it will stay. I had these in my stash. I want to say that I got them at Walmart. I don't remember if they're Jolie or what they are, guys, but I'm just going to put a couple of them on the front, making sure that they point up in the same direction as my other star. I probably got that off center, but you get the drift. And then I'm going to pop dot up my sentiment. And I'm just going to pop it right down on the front. I hope I didn't get glue on that one and stick it. If you got one that hangs up, just get it unstuck. I thought I saw some glue drip. That's what happened. Okay, so now we're good to go. I'm just going to fold that, make sure I got a good crease on that. And there we go. So now it's working. Just remember, guys, when we're working on it, we're going to open this all the way up. So it's going to pull those all the way out. You don't want to do that once you've got the card set up. So that way it will go in and out like it's supposed to. But if you open it too far, you can make them pop out above. That one's not, but this one is for some reason. I don't know why. I might have gotten it off just a tiny bit. So just be careful with that. And then I've got my two panels that go on there. Got the droppies today. And then we're just going to line that up on that panel. And I just do these last. You can do them first if you want. It just kind of helps me to make sure I get them on the right area when I'm doing my card, and that everything's laid out like I want. Super, super easy. And it will relax as you play with it and open it a few times. And you see that no problems at all with this one. Super easy. And then I still have some glue squishing somewhere. There we go. Gonna open that up and let it dry. And then I place 3 of those little stars right there on that end, and that's it. That's all there is to this card. Super, super, super easy. I missed my sticky on that one. Thought I did. Yeah, I did. There's no sticky on it. It's on the on the paper. Super fun, super easy, and it is done. How cool. Again, you can do birthdays, invitations, barbecue invitations. How fun would this be to have you're invited and then the date and the time for a barbecue? Do something on the front there with a cute little pig. That would be so cute. Okay, guys, that is it. I told you guys this one was quick and easy and simple. I mean, that was really, really, really quick. So after cutting, after your print and cut, you can do this card in just maybe 5-10 minutes max. Of course, it takes me all day to pick my papers, but... Does anybody have any Design Space questions? Anything that you need answered? And don't forget, if you have any project ideas, something that you want, let me know. This week, I have planned to do 2 different types of iris cards for you guys. I don't know if you know what that is, where it has a slide and reveal. But I've got a couple of those in the works for you guys. I've been working on that, and a wiper card. I have those in the works. But if you have suggestions, something else, I can put one of those on the back burner. We can do something else. Tomorrow, it's going to be a recorded tutorial. I am going to do your bleach shirt and your testing for you guys to show you which ones work, which ones don't. So that recorded tutorial will be coming up later in the week. I'm going to get the supplies to do them tomorrow, and then I'll get that video edited and get it out to you. Yeah, retired mill. These are great for that, Shirley. But again, you can do birthdays. You can do barbecue invitations. You can do... how about a birth announcement? Just about anything, any occasion you can think of. Anything you can think of, you can do on this one. There are tons of them in the files, Shirley, for sure. I've been doing the interactives and putting them in there for years. But I mean, I started the site and started sharing the files about 4 years ago, maybe. 4 years? I think it's been 4 years. Jamie may know. I don't know. I lost track. And I know that chat's a little bit behind, so I'm going to give you guys a couple of seconds to see if anybody has any last minute questions. Oh, you're very welcome, Susan. All right, guys, I want to give a special thank you to all of my moderators. You guys are awesome. Could not do this without you. Could not do it without you supporters either. And so a great big thank you goes out to each and every one of you, whether you're on Ko-fi, on Patreon, or you are a channel supporter. Thank you very, very, very much. Guys, please make sure you shop my links. There are links down below in all the video descriptions. They're also in the groups. They help support the group as well. So if you could do that for me, I greatly appreciate it. I know most of you do, and it is very, 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 I am very thankful for it. So, all right. If you guys have any other questions that you forgot to ask tonight, don't forget to ask them in the group, and myself or one of the admins or moderators will help you with that. I will catch you guys next Monday, I believe it is, or did I say Friday or Monday? This was a weird week because of doctor appointments. I have to go to the calendar and take a peek. Yeah, it's going to be next Monday, but then we should be getting back on track mid-month, guys. So hopefully I can get back to doing 2 lives a week. Thank you, Sue. I greatly appreciate that. So Everybody stay well, please. And I will catch you next Monday. Please give a thumbs up and also leave a comment down below. That helps boost the videos too. And I do read every one of them. Thank you very, very much. You guys have a great night, and I'll catch you next week.